Hi everyone, it's Cordy.
It's Hawa.
We're back at it again with another podcast.
Yo.
What's the discussion of today?
Today we're going to be debriefing about our myth, how we think about myths.
It's about to be litty.
We're going to include some Odyssey and Circe, so stay tuned for that.
So, Hawa, what is your favorite myth?
I wrote about the myth of Romulus and Remus. I remember learning about this a little bit in like 7th grade, and I just thought it was really interesting. And so basically the myth was about these two twin brothers. Like when they were babies, they were gonna get killed by the king. They got put in a basket and got shipped off like to die from like the exposure, the sun, and like without water and food and everything.
That is messed up.
Then they got a shepherd and his wife found the babies like along the Tiber River and housed them until they were like fully grown. And then basically when they got older, they wanted to build city of Rome, because also it's been said that Romulus and Remus are the ones who found Rome. They were like trying to build it, then they like disagreed on like where the placement should be, what should be in the city, and so then Romulus killed Remus.
No way.
Whoa.
Like,
hello, you guys are twin brothers.
What the hell?
And so
that's really interesting. Mine's kind of similar. So basically, you watched Moana, right?
Yes.
So you guys remember Maui? That's basically Maui is an own separate myth, like in real life. So his story is like when he was a baby, he was born premature. He was like sleeping or whatever when he was born. His mom thought that he was dead. She was wearing a top knot, like a bun. She cut it off and she wrapped Maui in it because she thought he was dead, and she put him into the ocean to like, drift away so that he would rest easy. Well, he wasn't dead, and he was discovered by the god of the sea, Tangaroa. But he took pity on him. He told the jellyfish to keep him afloat so he wouldn't die. When Tangaroa took pity on him, he made him a demigod. Maui's abilities are like he can shapeshift.
Whoa.
He has this really cool fishing rod. It's like a hook. Tangaroa, he made sure that Maui got to shore safely, and when Maui did, he was discovered by this old man, Tame, who basically raised him. And Maui was finally in his teens. He had 5 brothers and with his mother. His brothers were like, where the hell did this guy come from? Why does he think he's better than us because he's a demigod?
Yeah.
They're all jealous. They're really suspicious of him. Maui just proved them wrong. But Maui's just that guy. And he proved that to his brothers. And he shared with all of Polynesia, but he's mostly a Hawaiian deity.
Yeah, I remember him from Moana. I thought he was chill.
I remember really liking Maui too. He was one of my favorite characters, I think. I really like what he represents now, looking into his story. I think that Maui represents what it's like going through hardships and coming out of it on the brighter end. Because when he was born, his mom thought he was dead, and then she put him in the ocean, be more likely to actually die. But then a god found him. He granted him all these powers and he saved him. He even reunited with his family. And not only that, when he reunited with his family, his brothers didn't even like him. He had to prove his worthiness to them as well. It's like resilience.
Okay, smart.
Yeah.
How I interpreted the myth, it's kind of teaching society to focus on what's benefiting themselves instead of how others aren't affected. Yeah, because Romulus and Remus just wanted what was best for them, what was best for their city. That's why Romulus killed Remus, I don't get why Romulus killed Remus, because literally twin brothers, right? Went through the same thing together, as babies. After going through that much of a traumatic event, you would think that they would not try to kill each other,
I think it's interesting how the myth can still hold up today, because people can be really self-absorbed and not be connected with the people around them. It's just interesting how that myth still holds up really well to this day. I think that the reason Maui's story is told is just that stuff happens, you don't really let it get in the way. It just kind of represents how strong you can be, because he went through all these things. Even though he's powerful, whatever, but that could have happened to anyone. He was just a random baby.
Yeah, I think that Maui is a good representation of being strong. Knowing about his story now, more people can relate to him.
Yeah, I agree. How do you think that your myth can relate back to society now?
How I relate it to society, how I said earlier, people are just kind of too focused on themselves. For people that I've known, it's either they care about others too much or they focus on themselves too much. So I feel it needs to be this kind of balance of knowing people's stand in your life, In this case, is the brother. It's kind of difficult.
That was Courtney and Hawa, and that was On Period.